Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. We're gonna be listening to that speech that I was going to give. Please pardon my yawning. I just woke up. I mean, I yawn on almost every video, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm trying to find a good time to record. We stand here today as harbingers of justice, though through us it is time for the monarchy to speak. And it is time for our enemy to realize they are wrong. Never again will our homes be seized. They start to mutter amongst themselves, nodding in agreement with everything I say. The roads of this journey have been paved with compromise and change. But they have been our changes. We do not conform to their idea of purity and perfection. And that is exactly why we will win. A bunch of them start cheering, with wide grins on their faces. I'm speaking from the heart, speaking from instinct, and it's working. I smile now too, and my words from this moment on are filled with confidence. We will leave behind a world of freedom. We will embrace everybody who has been wrongfully oppressed. Put simply, we will give hope to those who have found their own was stolen. Due to the triumvirate's rule, that number is far too high, but it ends now. No longer will victims find themselves blinded by revenge. No longer will servants find themselves lost to a quest of redemption. The crowd is roaring with applause, cheering on my every word. I know they want more, so I try and think of what I should say next. We have more power than any group of people who have ever spoken up against the triumvirate. Unbreakable like our will, we have vessels containing spirits of the monarchy. We no longer fight for ourselves. We fight for the lost civilization. This is why we are unstoppable. I grab the blade from my back and slowly unsheath it. But most importantly, we have this. Holding the blade out, they explode with even more applause. I held a symbol that almost guaranteed our victory and our freedom. Nobody has ever or will ever have a better chance of taking them down. Using this blade, I will create a world just like Salus had always envisioned. When this is all over, we will live in a united world. We will stand together. We will stand strong. Everybody will have a voice, and together we will have harmony. We will find peace. I put the blade back in its scabbard, signaling that I am almost done speaking. Raising my fist in the air, I give out one last shout, one last call to unify our cause. For the monarchy! With a wide smile and met with a large round of applause, I jump off the crate. Alright, there we go. Taking it as a sign that we're ready to depart, the pirates start preparing to set sail. I should probably meet with Dominic and Howell one last time before deciding what to do. As I approach them, I notice they look happier than Sorry. I notice they look happier than they've ever been, than I've ever seen. You know, they can both work, but still. I never saw myself as a public speaker, so I'm quite surprised at what happened. Doubts of my efficiency, I think it's what it is, were still there, but seeing my comrades smile helped that worry dissipate.
Eloquently put, Monarch. Better than my own speeches, I have to admit. I could see just how much everybody looks up to you.
Man, I felt so much pressure up there. I was saying things that I felt like that should be said, that we were going to be doing, but I was feeling so many goosebumpers on my body and so much butterflies in my gut. I'm so glad that speech is over.
It was quite impressive, we must say. You're going to make a fine leader. We're sure of it. The greatest asset of any ruler is the ability to inspire hope.
That is true. A good leader needs to give confidence and hope to people. And not just by words. The words are a promise. And even if you can't fulfill every promise you say, because things can happen, like if you're going to work and you're saying, gotta be there at this time, or at a friend's house at that time, but you arrive like a half hour late, it's not that they broke a promise. Traffic, or bathroom problems, or something urgent came up. Things can happen. So,
And I'd say we have that in droves now. I trust that you're okay with our plan, Monarch. Sorry that we didn't have time to pass it by you first.
My God, that seems good.
Good. It seems everything is now in order. Perhaps you should go and get some rest, Monarch. We will wake you if there are any matters of importance.
Thank you.
Yeah. We need you rested when we reach Balteus. You know our plan, and the pirates are about to set sail. There's nothing left for you to do. At least for now.
Alright, I guess. I guess he was right. Until we arrived, things were out of my hands. After thanking them for the opportunity, I make my way to the crew quarters. I value the opportunity to rest, but given the circumstances, that rest won't come easy. I mean, all that pressure, of course it won't come easy. Ooh. Okay. Is that the Triumvirate's castle from outside? Or tent, or something? That looks like a bunch of tents. Halen and Shane gather at the docks of Alteus. Surrounded by honor guards, they order them to prepare a small fleet. They knew the end was coming, and they had to meet it head on.
What was your reasoning behind this again? I'm surprised the Triumvirate decided to play along with your plan.
They have to come by sea, and this is the main point of entry. If we leave from here, we can intercept them before they arrive. The plan is to thin out their numbers as early as possible.
What if this fails and they sink our fleet?
Scared of dying, are you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's a valid concern, Shane.
It is true. I mean, even if you're evil, and on a very, very mean side, I mean, at least right now you're evil. Because people have always shown change here, that turncoat and all that. But it is a concern.
Well, in my case, I don't really have anything left to lose. Let me lead this charge myself, Halen. You can go back to the castle. You'll be needed there for a second line of defense, if they make it that far.
I trust that they won't.
Me too. Just tell the Triumvirate I'll be there soon. I have no intention of dying. Not to any of those weaklings.
Shane instructs the honor guard to get on board the ships. It's a small fleet, if only a few ships. Halen watches and scoffs.
You have a death wish, you know that. I get that you hate them, but don't throw your life away. The Triumvirate rewards service. Keep that in mind, alright?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'll be back before you know it, so go and have a rest. Just wait, Halen. If they even arrive, you'll find that their hope is lost.
Halen smiles, a sinister smirk. He knows exactly what Shane's implying.
Very well. I can get behind that thought. Be careful, though. You're a good apprentice, Shane. I trust that you and the Honor Guard will do some real damage.
Yeah, that's the idea. I'll see you back at the castle.
Sure.
Halen starts to walk away, but quickly turns around.
You know, Sovi never let me do stuff like this. As his apprentice, he shut down almost every plan I ever had. I have to be better than him, though. I'm trusting you with a lot here.
Don't worry, I promise not to let you down. The rebellion ends today. You have my word, Master.
Halen nods and starts making his way back to the castle. Shane remains muttering to himself with trembling fists.
And it all starts with that little figurehead of theirs. It's almost time, Seer. You'll be joining Domex soon enough.
It's Monarch now? That's pompous, no. I actually would prefer to be called Seer anyways. I don't mind helping, but I don't want a title because then I'm seen to have to, or seen to be doing a certain role. If I was known as a medic, I'd be thought of as medic. He can heal me, and I would not mind doing that. But if I ever mess up or something, then they going, what's this? You're not a good medic then. How about you bypass the title? Just think this guy's here to help as best he can. If I don't have a title, I'm not expected of anything, but I still would like to help when I can. And if I can't help, then they don't expect anything of me. I'm not saying this is all wrong or that this is going to happen. It's just what I fear about titles. I don't want a title unless I know I could pull it off. Or people, hopefully, don't just look at you as a title going, that's the guy. He's the doctor. He can help you. He can do it. And you're like, I don't know this one. What kind of doctor are you? You practice that? Nope. I'm not that kind of doctor. I am this kind of doctor. I practice this. Whatever. Just, if you don't know what to do, you should be wrongfully oppressed or judged or pointed fingers at. That's the worst. Being pointed at. Alright, let's continue. I toss and turn, getting minimal amounts of sleep. The blade rests against my bed, ready to grab at the moment's notice. I fade in and out of sleep, fighting a mixture of both anxiety and tranquility. Just when I'm about to fall asleep, a negative thought jolts me back awake. We had no idea what would happen when we arrived at Balteus. It was terrifying. I realized that sleeping probably isn't going to happen right now. So I get out of bed, out of the hard bed. Just as I do so, I notice someone approaching out of the corner of my eye. Grabbing the blade, I prepare myself for anything out of the twisted paranoia.
Hey now, put that thing away. I didn't mean to startle you, Monarch.
I just had bad dreams and it's just bad thoughts. I'm so sorry. It's just Vivian. That's relief.
It appears there's been some complications. Domek wanted me to tell you that you're needed on deck. You'll see what I mean when you get up there, alright?
Oh no. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm coming. I nod. It must be important if he's interrupting my rest. What rest? As I start to walk away, Vivian puts a hand on my shoulder.
And I just wanted to tell you that I know what happened in Alarinthia. I know that Pro and Ulrich teamed up in order to throw our fight.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure of how Vivian would react to such news. but much to my surprise, he lets out a hearty laugh.
You know, I always said that Alarinthia needed to be ruled with smarts. Draco would just sit in his throne, thinking that strength solved everything. Using a scheme like they did to outsmart him. It's almost poetic, isn't it?
In a way, yeah. I just feel like it was dishonorable.
Besides, it also sent a message to every Alarinthian. Their old way of doing things was wrong. Individual strength doesn't matter. It's how strong we are when we team up, under shared ideals, that truly matters.
It's true. It really does, actually.
And for sending them that message, I commend you. Good luck out there on the deck. I think you'll need it.
Well, thank you. He releases the grip on my shoulder. For a moment, I was scared things were going to go south. Why is south always a bad thing? Is it because it's South Pole or something evil down there? I don't know. It just means down, really. Sorry, did I miss something? I thought I read it. Dropping the issue from my mind, I head up to the deck. I had no idea why Dominic needed me, but that thought was frightening. Slowly ascending the steps, my mind is plagued with unfortunate possibilities. As soon as I arrive on deck, I see exactly why I was needed. Off in the distance, we're met by a fleet of ships belonging to the Triumvirate. Dang, they're fast. They're far, never mind, maybe, but not far enough away that the sheen of the honor guard is concealed. Dominic and Howell immediately run over. I could see panic in their faces. It was clear that battle would be imminent. I met them halfway. Meet them halfway to see what their plan is.
We have no plan.
Oh, crap.
Perhaps this is time for Dominic to shine. A master strategist. Is that not what your people say?
Now, this is what I'm talking about titles. He did it right there, right then, right now.
Hal, this is no time to be petty. We need to put our heads together and figure this out. Let's see. It's a small fleet, maybe only half the size of ours.
But still, they fear no pain.
Naval warfare was not something the monarchy practiced. We lived in peace, Dominic. Our world was not discordant like this one.
So when you're saying you lived in peace, but when things bad happened, and now that things are bad, and you say we should not trust him, we should not do this and do that, we should kill and we should do that. This is all from your rage, isn't it? Ah. We exchange glances. Yeah, you have my glance? Yeah, can I have yours? Oh, thank you. Here, you can have this one. Dominic seems uncertain and a little worried. He strikes a pose of thought. And it's a while before he breaks his silence.
Okay, I'll do it. We know this battle is lost if the Monarch doesn't make it ashore. So our goal should be securing the safety of this boat and the lives of those on board. This is when we need to rely on everyone's strengths. We need the pirates to take action.
He waves over Alex.
Alex, we need you to order your forces to charge. This is precisely why I wanted to form a treaty, for battle at sea. I need you to occupy the forces. Distract them while we slip by.
Slip by? They'll notice you right away. Baltian ships are equipped with projectile weaponry. One or two good shots and you'll be underwater in minutes.
Ew, this is sounding really bad.
That's what I'm counting on.
Huh?
We're going to let them sink this ship.
Are you crazy?
I have a plan, Alex. Everybody, listen up. We'll time it so we're close by when they hit us. As we sink, we can hop over to their ship and hijack it. Using their own projectile weapons, we'll start sinking them one by one. Their attention will be divided. They'll be getting attacked from multiple sides. We can use that to our advantage. They won't be able to retaliate through the chaos.
Right, of course. Should I send the order right now?
Yeah. We need to do this immediately. There's no room for error. This is the end.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yes, sir.
Alex runs off and climbs the netting of the ship. He looks over the other ships, and pirates start doing the same. It's almost like they have an entire language to communicate over long distances, and that's beautiful. That was an impressive sight to see. However, seeing Dominic think on his feet was equally impressive. With a sigh and a smile, confidence overtakes the panic from moments before.
Dominic, we must say, that was pretty impressive. Hopefully now you realize that visions only hold you back.
Huh?
Look at what happened back in the Rebel HQ. You relied on a vision. You tried to fulfill some prophecy. In a way, that is limiting. You plan your strategy around certainties. But there are no certainties in war. Assume that the enemy is a counter for your every action. In this case, we should also plan for a scenario where the enemy prevails.
Dominic shakes his head.
They won't. Simply because we can't afford it. Any losses at this point would mean the end of our cause. Trust in the pirates, Howell. Trust in all of us. We can do this.
Howell simply nods. Moments later, the pirates launch their assault. We all lose our balance as our ship takes a sharp turn, moving in a new direction. This was a risky plan, but like Dominic requested, I choose to place my trust in him. If trust wouldn't carry us to victory, then it would be our strength and resolve. I hold on to the side of the ship as our speed increases. Everybody braces themselves. They're not sure what's going on, so Dominic draws his sword and raises it to the air.
Everybody listen up. The final hour is upon us. Our pirate army will be charging against the enemy fleet. While they're distracted, we'll slip in and hijack one of their ships. That means we'll be sacrificing this vessel, so don't be alarmed if they deal us a fatal blow. As we're sinking, we'll jump over and board the enemy. Their ships are equipped with projectile weaponry. Using their own ship, we will turn their weapons against them. They won't know where to focus, and we'll use the chaos to our advantage.
Do we know how to use their cannon ships? He starts to talk a bit louder as our ship picks up speed. We move away from the main fleet, preparing to approach from the flank. I notice the soldiers nod, accepting Dominic's orders and plan without hesitation.
If things go south, I need all of you to protect the Monarch. Without him, we will lose not only this battle, but the war as well. His life and the blade that he carries should be our top priority.
You're putting me on such a high pedestal, man. How am I this important?
Do I make myself clear?
Everybody cheers in approval and raises their sword like Dominic. Then we all stand and watch the bulk of our fleet as the battle begins. We slowly move away from the action, and I could tell that some are relieved. As soon as the pirates get close enough, the honor guard retaliates. They launch heavy projectiles from catapults and shoot harpoons from wooden structures. The pirates, with their sailing expertise, are mostly able to counter by altering their trajectory. However, not all of them can do so. I witnessed several ships get torn apart and start to sink. My heart sinks with them, knowing that they were willing to sacrifice themselves for me. It seems that the battle is in full force. They get closer and start to board each other. I can hear swords clashing as the honor guard tries to defend against the pirates' charge. The ships on both sides start to sink, and soon enough, it's almost impossible to see what's happening. From this distance, it's too chaotic. But if enemy ships are sinking, we must have seized some weapons. That means the tables have started to turn, but it's up to us to play our part as well. I turn back and look at where we headed. We're dangerously close to some enemy ships. Dominic calls out to everybody, shifting their attention away from the distant battle.
This is it. There's no turning back. Everybody, brace yourselves to charge!
I could see the honor guard prepare their weapons. When I scan my surroundings, I could see our forces prepare as well. A line of archers forms, ready to attack the enemy at a moment's notice.
Hold!
He places a fist in the air, as an intense silence follows. Both sides are armed. The question is, who attacks first? I take a deep breath and pull out the Blade of Exodus.
Hold!
I look over at the ships we've left behind. The numbers are easily halved. But this goes for the enemy as well. This was clearly the turning point. What happened next would decide the fate of our entire cause. And this is where I'll save. Cliffhangers, I know. But that also increases the intensity if you really want to watch. Come for the next one. It's just also because it's at 26 minutes, almost 27. So I want to make sure, even if it gets really good, it gives me a reason to record another one. And it also means that the episode's not, like, immensely big. But this is getting really intense. And it flows nicely. So thank you guys for stopping by. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.